Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could take a temperature of the energy and see what's up for the lovely Saggies out there in early November. We're getting close to Saggy season. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. But let's get this card out here. What do we got for my lovely Saggies, please? Guides and Spirit Team. Yeah, there we go. This card always pops out super quick. All right, we do have this Queen of Swords type of figure showing up front and center, and it kind of connects with the reading we had for you last week with this energy of seriousness. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo. So yes, the Oracle deck is not a tarot deck, but when I see this figure, this woman, it always makes me think of the Queen of Swords. So sure, maybe for some of you, this could be representative of a very prominent air sign or an older feminine figure. But to me, this is a very cut and dry, no nonsense, serious type of energy. And like I'll say in a couple of minutes, last week's reading, there was this swordsy, serious type of vibe that still might be lingering here. This is cut dry, no nonsense, no BS type of vibe. Very honest, very straightforward, very shrewd. So when I see her, it's indicative of somebody whose communication style is like that, borderline cold or just no games, but she can easily be somebody that is like cutting their emotion off from something as well. Very analytical and strategic. So there's a lot of layers to this first oracle card. Okay, hopefully you're not dealing with serious situations. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 in the upright before we get that intuitive, juicy stuff. I don't want to get too hung up on that card. I always say it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. It could just be lingerings from last week. Let's get these first 3 out here. Okay, so last week's reading, like I was alluding to several times already, it was titled A Serious Conflict. So hopefully none of you were caught in the middle of one. Hopefully one hasn't erupted or popped off, but I was kind of seeing that vibe last week. Even if you weren't butting heads with people or things, there was tumultuousness. There was some rocky to the road, okay? And I'm not talking about ice cream. But let's get these first cards out. As you know, this energy could be you. It could be other people in your sphere of influence, okay? And it's never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you. Let's get these first 3 going. What do we got for Saggy? It's always the important thing because there's so many Saggies going through so many different things. Okay. We're starting with some fire here. 2 cards of fire, 2 cards that could possibly be messengers or communicators. We have the Knight of Wands. We got the Page of Wands. Okay. Fire is not an energy that you are concerned with. It's actually something you would be very comfortable in. Let's get one more. Thank you. All right, you're going to have a bonus, but we have the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups, without a beard in this deck. Oh, no. But let's keep moving here. Your bonus card is the Ace of Cups. So let's talk about these. Interesting this week, Saggy, that you have a very court card heavy spread, okay? It does happen from time to time, but this could be various energies affecting you in different ways. Even going back to this Oracle card and this whole spread, tons of court energy. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicy, intuitive stuff. One thing I want to say, when we go from page to knight to king, this could speak about something maturing or some sort of maturation. There might be somebody that you're connected to that is a little bit immature as well, or you might be more mature. However it works on the scale. But in position number 1, we have the Knight of Wands. Big card of action, okay? That's a thing we see with fire cards. It's like a lot of get up and go, a lot of action, very fiery. Okay, this could be motivation, passion, drive, or if this isn't representing a fire sign person, which could be yourself, this card to me can be a little bit conflict based as well. So something we need to watch out for. It could be fiery, explosive, volatile. So we really want to clarify it and see. But knights, aside from action, aside from progress, they can be talking about conversation, okay, or messages, especially with the page right next to it. Now, when we go from knight to page, there might be someone you're connected to that is being a little, It's hard for me to find a word for this, but they could be being a little spiteful, okay, or childish. So that is something to watch out for in the coming days and weeks. There might be somebody being a little bit childish purposefully, but the Page of Wands could represent, hey, you in your youth. It could represent a child. It could represent, once again, another fire sign. But this guy is all about what we focus our energy on, right? Once again, a communicator, so it could be talks and messages, especially when we got these two going head to head. But it's about what you're focused on. Are you focusing your energy on the right things? Are you focusing it on the wrong things? Are you wasting your energy? When I get the Page of Wands, it could represent somebody that is feeling at a deficit. They might be feeling tired, or they just don't have enough energy to get through this or get through that. So we want to see what it's about if it's not conversation. Now, I also want to reiterate once again, this could be people in your life. This could speak about family with all the different court cards, or just a lot of things. So you might have a lot on your plate, a lot going through your head, or a lot affecting you, even if you can't see it. So I would always say do some spiritual or energetic protection. On the back end, we got our good friend, the King of Cups himself, aka Kyle of Cups, sitting there on his throne. So this could be a water sign, right? It could represent an older male figure as well. But when I get the King of Cups, this does speak about one's emotional state. It could be someone who is very much in control of their emotions. But we do have to clarify it, right? So if this isn't an individual showing up here in this, like, it could speak of creativity, love situations, somebody loving you, vice versa. So this is always an intriguing card for me because there's so many layers to the onion that we could peel back. Usually the King of Cups to me is an extremely positive card, an omen. And I get that with a lot of court cards too, but the clarifiers are extra important. On the back end, we have the Ace of Cups. So we have half fire, we have half cups thus far. All aces are opportunities. This could speak about new cycles, new opportunities. This is a really good thing. Another indicator of one's emotional state. So we have things that are tied to your energy, your focus, action, emotions. So there's a lot popping off here, Saggy. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's do that. We're going to jump in and clarify. Okay, so let's shuffle it up one time for the Saggies, please. My gods, talk to me. What we got for Sagittarius? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Knight of Wands. Let's see if it's action in general. And yes, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Saggy, you can drop it down below. I don't mind. Okay, Knight of Wands time. Why is it here? Why is this Knight of Wands here? Quick, star. Nice. I like this. Fire-air combo, very good. Okay, this could be something really going your way. A lot of you, if you've been working towards something for a very long time, there's a big possibility that you achieve or receive what you've been wanting. This is a big energy of wins and payoffs. Okay, and since it is fire-air combo, it could have that volatility, explosiveness. So something that comes in suddenly. A win that comes in suddenly or unexpected is what I'm picking up here. Now the star, if it's not representative of Aquarius, for some of you, you could be bumping heads with an Aquarius here. It's somebody that is looking into the future with optimism when you wish upon a star, but it's a big card of wish fulfillment. So under a card of action, you could be receiving good news, or something could swing your way in a very positive way, much quicker than you expected to when we have this alignment. I like it. Because to me, usually when I see the star, I think of something that might take a bit of time. Under this Knight of Wands, it's like, no, it's not going to take that long. Something good's coming in, okay? And it's coming in a fiery, fast manner. So let's keep moving over. I don't want to get too hung up here. I like that vibe. We're going to see what's up with that Page of Wands, though. So that's a good start. You know energies and readings could be up and down. You know how it goes. Thank you. Eight of Wands, yeah. Someone might really, really want to grab your ear or talk to you about something, especially with the Eight of Wands underneath the Page of Wands. Like, this could be somebody like yapping your ear off too. A lot of you might find yourself in a position where like somebody's just talking your ear off in the coming days and weeks. Or this could be a very big back and forth conversation. There's a lot of talk, a lot of communication here. There is somebody that might want to speak to you though. Like, I don't want to use the word serious, like maybe it is a matter of importance. So this could be an important talk. These are both big cards of communication. Half the spread is communication, talk-based. So if you're feeling any type of way, good, bad, or indifferent, Your communication style is extremely important in this time. What you say, what you withhold, right? How you come off to other people. Like, there's a lot of things going on here, Saggy. But we're going to put this down. This could be either someone trying to talk to you about something, possibly even good news coming in, if we link it to what we have in the early part of the read. Let's go in on the King of Cups and see what he has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the King of Cups here? So far, the energy is looking much more positive than last week. I'll say that. Okay, especially with the Star, the Knight of Wands, really nice. So why is the King of Cups here? And we got the Ace of Cups on the back end. Looking really good, Saggy. All right, the deck is being specific. There we go. All right, yeah, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, things are going to get good. Things are going to get a lot better here. Now, for some of you, if you are connected to a water sign, this could represent them having a bit of a tough time. But the Three of Swords in reverse, that's how we want to receive this card. Now, for a lot of you, if you've recently been struggling with anything romantic, past emotional attachments, past romantic things, this could be Spirit saying like, hey, you're healing from that in a very good manner. But for another portion of you, keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself creative, or even helping others could be a really good way to solve this Three of Swords pain, this Three of Swords energy. So just know that if you're feeling some type of way, if you're down in the dumps, creating things, helping others, that's a good way to solve that. But this is somebody making big progress. These are things looking better, feeling better, and especially with what we were picking up earlier in this spread, I like this a lot, Saggy. Okay, that in the coming days and weeks, a lot of you might be feeling renewed, refreshed. Okay, especially with the energy of wins and victories that we got going on. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Knight of Wands with the Star card in the upright. Now, initially in this reading, when we had so many core cards, I was a little skeptical of the energy. I was hoping it wasn't going to go sideways. But to me, this is something coming in very suddenly. Something that you may have been working towards or you're planning to move towards could be coming at you at a breakneck speed. So an explosive win or victory or something that comes in suddenly. I like it. Wish fulfillment vibes and energy. We keep it going with the speed as we move to the center. We have the Page of Wands with the Eight of Wands. Very fast, motivated, movement-based cards. This could be someone talking your ear off in the coming days and weeks as blah, 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 blah. But it could be conversation, communication, back and forth. There's a big highlight and importance on how you communicate your feelings. Okay, so whether it's a talk of importance or something else. But moving to the back end, we got the King of Cups with the Three of Swords in reverse. This is a freeing, liberating type of energy of healing, feeling much better. Whether it's an emotional attachment or a romantic attachment that's been lingering for a long time or something else. Just know that keeping yourself busy or creating things, helping others could be an important part to the recipe of you feeling better, especially if you're down in the dumps. But big energies of victories and wins throughout this whole thing. Saggy, please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card. I like the energy of this week. You know, because we've been having some dicey ones in recent weeks. A lot of signs have. Don't feel bad about that. But let's see what we got for Sagittarius. And like I said earlier, your season is right around the corner. So it's always a great time of year. Let's get one shadow card here. And I love using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. It's an awesome deck. But we are going to look at the inverse. What do we got? Yeah, we got the Hermit showing up in the shadows. So the shadow side of this card, and that's what we do in this portion of the spread. This could be a Virgo that may have left a bad taste in your mouth. This may have been a Virgo that's left a scar on you when we have the Hermit in the shadows. Aside from that, this could be somebody feeling with or fighting with feelings of isolation, cabin fever, loneliness. So whether this is something that you've been having a tug of war with for years and years, whether it's something new. The Hermit is generally a darker card though too, and especially with the season shifts and stuff like that going on. When I see it here in the shadows, it does say like you might need to look at the root causes of any of those darker feelings you might be having. But yeah, the feelings of isolation, cabin fever, and sadness, you might need to get out a little bit and spread your wings to remove this Hermit type of energy. And another portion of you, there could be someone that you're purposely in Hermit mode against, or someone that might be not trying to talk to you. So it's an interesting vibe, but do with that what you will, Saggy. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and I'll see you next time.